Deep in Virginia, the most powerful warships on Earth take shape. This is Newport News Shipbuilding, the only place America builds its nuclear aircraft carriers. Today, we go inside this massive facility.
Every carrier starts with American steel. Thousands of tons arrive daily, specially hardened plates able to explosions, jet blasts, and decades at sea. Only the best steel is good enough for the Navy. Computer-controlled torches cut each plate with surgical precision. Every piece is numbered, tracked, and destined for a specific spot on the ship. One mistake could delay the entire project by months. Now the real challenge begins. Massive presses bend steel into the curves of the hull. This isn't automotive manufacturing. These plates are over 3 inches thick and weigh several tons each. Welding a carrier takes years. Skilled American welders lay bead after bead, each inspected by X-ray. A single weak weld could risk the ship and its crew. Perfection is the only standard here. Every weld is tested, not just by eye, but by ultrasound and X-ray. Inspectors look deep inside the steel for any hidden flaws. If something's wrong, it's cut out and re-welded immediately. A carrier is built in pieces, hundreds of them. Called subassemblies, these sections are constructed indoors, protected from weather. Each piece can weigh as much as a small building.
All right, secure that junction. Copy that, clamping it now. Good, route the power lines next. Understood.
Now the real drama begins. Giant cranes, among the largest in the world, lift completed sections into place. Watching a 900-ton piece of ship float through the air is breathtaking. Alignment is everything. Using lasers and precision instruments, workers guide sections together. The gap must be less than the thickness of a coin. Any misalignment causes problems forever. When sections join, there's ceremony. The first weld is often done by a veteran worker, passing knowledge to the next generation. This is where steel becomes a ship, and a crew becomes family. Slowly, the skeleton becomes a ship. In the dry dock, the carrier grows day by day, week by week. From the outside, it looks like a city rising from steel. Deep inside, the heart of the ship is installed, the nuclear reactor. This compartment is built with extreme security and precision. Here, sailors will generate power for decades without refueling.
The engine room fills with massive turbines and gearboxes.
Steam for lining the gearbox now. Drive to steady, hook stops clear.
Elastic propellers confirmed, log updated.
Propeller shafts, each weighing over 100 tons, are carefully aligned through the hull. These shafts will transfer incredible power from the engines to the propellers, pushing the ship through oceans. The propellers themselves are works of art. Each bronze blade is precisely shaped for maximum efficiency. Together, they'll push a 100,000-ton ship past 30 knots. That's over 35 miles per hour. Up top, the flight deck takes shape. 4.5 acres of steel designed to withstand thousands of catapult launches and arrested landings. This is where naval aviation happens. Below the flight deck, arresting gear is installed. These hydraulic systems will stop a 50,000-pound jet to zero. Its forces involved are incredible. On the bow, steam catapults take shape. Using steam from the reactors, these systems will accelerate jets from 0 to 180 miles per hour in a controlled explosion. This is a milestone. The island goes on. This tower contains the bridge, flight control, and radar systems. From here, the captain will command the ship, and air bosses will control the skies. Radars and antennas now cover the island. Modern carriers are packed with sensors, able to track hundreds of aircraft and missiles while communicating with the entire strike group. Inside, the ship becomes home. Crew quarters, galleys, and medical facilities are finished. Nearly 5,000 sailors will live here for months at a time. Making it livable matters. The galley is one of the most important spaces. Feeding 5,000 hungry sailors 3 times a day requires restaurant-scale equipment. The Navy travels on its stomach just like any other organization. The hangar bay is the heart of aviation operations. Here, jets are maintained, repaired, and stored. 4 massive elevators will move aircraft between the hangar and flight deck in seconds. Deep in the ship's safest areas, ammunition magazines take shape. Missiles, bombs, and bullets will be stored here, protected by blast-proof doors and sophisticated fire suppression. Weapons elevators connect the magazines to the flight deck. These high-speed lifts can move thousands of pounds of ordnance in seconds, ensuring jets are rearmed quickly during combat operations. Fresh water and fuel systems are completed. The ship will make its own water through desalination, but fuel for aircraft and escort ships must be stored. Millions of gallons will fill these tanks. Painters now give the ship its final colors. The flight deck gets its non-skid coating, the hull gets its anti-corrosion paint. The ship transforms from bare steel to a warship. The ship's name finally appears on the hull. For workers who spent years on this vessel, seeing the name is emotional. This ship now has an identity. It's real. Then comes the moment everyone waits for, flooding the dry dock. For the first time, the ship touches water. After years on land, it's finally a real vessel, ready to sail.
Tugboats carefully guide the carrier from the dry dock. The ship is now officially afloat. This is one of the most photographed moments in any carrier's life.
But the work isn't done. Now comes outfitting. Months of finishing work while tied to the pier. Systems are tested, crews train, and final equipment is loaded.
Reactors are coming online, initiating power sequence.
Confirmed. Levels are stable. Safety protocols are green.
Power output is climbing. We're at 10% capacity.
Confirmed. All systems are stable.
Engineers test the propulsion system. Propellers turn for the first time, pushing water against the pier. Vibrations are measured, bearings checked. The ship wants to move. The crew arrives. Nearly 5,000 sailors move aboard with their sea bags. For many, this will be home for the next 4 years. Families say goodbye on the pier. Finally, sea trials begin. The carrier leaves port under its own power for the first time. In the open ocean, engineers will test every system at full power. The ship must prove itself. At full power, the carrier accelerates past 30 knots. The bow wave grows massive, and the wake stretches for miles. This 100,000-ton ship moves like something much smaller. Sharp turns test stability. The carrier heels slightly, but recovers smoothly. These maneuvers prove the ship can dodge threats and operate aircraft in any conditions. Now the real test, aircraft operations. Pilots practice arrested landings, catching wires with their tail hooks. Each successful trap. Catapult launches begin. Jets accelerate from 0 to flight speed in seconds. The ship is now doing what it was built for, projecting American power from the sea. Full flight deck operations begin. Yellow shirts direct aircraft. Green shirts handle maintenance. Purple shirts fuel jets. It's a carefully choreographed dance on a moving runway. Night operations prove the ship can fight 24/7. In near total darkness, pilots land on a tiny runway moving through the ocean. It's one of the most difficult things humans do. The carrier never sails alone. Destroyers and cruisers protect it from submarines and aircraft. Supply ships bring fuel and food. Together they form a strike group. At sea, the carrier replenishes. Fuel and supplies cross between ships steaming side by side. This keeps the strike group on station for months without returning to port. After successful trials, the carrier returns home. Families wait on the pier. For the crew, it's the first time seeing loved ones in months. Pride and relief fill the air.
Man our ship and bring her to life.
Now, the ship prepares for its first real deployment. Aircraft arrive. Supplies are loaded. Crew says goodbye again. Soon, they'll head to the far corners of the world. Somewhere in the world, an American carrier is on station, ready to respond to any crisis, anywhere. It's a visible symbol of American commitment, 100,000 tons of diplomacy. At sunset, the flight deck quiets. Sailors find moments of peace between launches. This is their home, a steel city on a moving ocean, serving something bigger than themselves. If you like the video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time on All Factory Word, where American manufacturing comes to life. God bless the United States Navy.